y'all, it's Kate, and today I'm going to be doing my April wrap-up and my May TBR. I'm combining them this month because I didn't read very much in April, and I don't see the point in separating it for 2 books. So, although I only read 2 books, they were very large, both of them. So I did read over actually 1,000 pages this month, which is kind of average. I feel like it's average for me. I'm not sure, but it is a lot. So, I mean, I don't feel bad about having only read 2 books because it's not like I read tiny books, I read big books. The first book I read is The Book Thief by Marcus Zusak. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. It was amazing. Probably my favorite historical fiction book I've ever read. And the movie was beautiful. I watched that like 2 nights ago and cried in both of them. I think when I finished this book, I cried for like an hour. It was very emotional, obviously, and this book is about Liesel Memminger, and she is sent to live with a new family during the Holocaust, and she's not a Jew, she's just a German girl, but she loves books and writing, and this is the story of her family having to hide a Jew and just other things that occur because of the events going on around her and how she grows up in them. And it was just phenomenal. I don't know, I always thought while I was reading it, it took me so long to read. I wanted to take off like a star or something just because it was slow and it took me a long time to read, but I really can't because like you couldn't write this any other way. It couldn't be eventful, it couldn't be action-packed because it's a slow and quiet yet amazing story that just needs to be like read by everyone in the world because it's so important. The next book I read is Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. Pretty big, but I don't have the desk jacket because I'm loaning it from a friend and it's huge, and I also gave this 5 out of 5 stars, and I also wanted to take off part of a star for it just because I didn't like the ending. The entire book was amazing, and I'm not going to spoil or anything. The entire book, I loved it, but then the ending, I just felt like some of it was unnecessary, and maybe that Cassandra Clare was just putting that in there, like unnecessary drama, in order to just make the next book give it more events, I guess I could say. I don't know, I just felt like it could have been resolved a lot easier and a lot more effective, and that really bothered me. But other than that, I really love this book. The characters are so well thought out and the diversity is amazing, and I always love the action in this book, so that's probably my favorite part. It's just so well written that you can really visualize the scene of the action. So now for the books that I'm reading, going to be reading in May. I'm currently reading A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. This is for school, obviously, and I started it last month, so I'm probably about halfway through with it right now. But I think I did put this in my last month's TBR because I knew I would start it. So I'm definitely going to finish it this month because that's what's on the schedule, you know, and school ends in June, so it's going to be done by this month. But this is kind of a confusing story to summarize, so I'm not even going to try, but it's historical fiction dealing with London and Paris during the French Revolution, and it's interesting so far. The fact that Cassandra Clare wrote The Infernal Devices based off the characters in this book, Lucy Manet, Charles Darnay, and Cindy Carton, is kind of what's getting me through it because I have an idea and I'm able to visualize the characters with more depth, and I don't know, I just feel more connected to them because I had characters based off of them. The next book that I have planned to read is Alice in Wonderland Through the Looking Glass by Lewis Carroll. I want to read this because the movie for Through the Looking Glass is coming out this month, at the end of this month, and I just feel like this is also a classic that I should read. Like, I'm gonna probably have to read this at some point, so I might as well read it now. And plus it doesn't seem like a hard classic to read, and I don't know, it just intrigues me. I don't have any other set plans for this month is what I'm going to read, but I'm going to try to pull some things from my TBR jar because I've been neglecting this, and I really enjoy using it because I'm normally very indecisive about what I'm going to read, so this just really helps me just put it there, and that's what you read if you finish that. So I do have a lot to do this month, so I'm probably just going to pick 2, and I might not even get through those, but if I don't get through them, I'll just push them on to the next month, and beautiful. So let's get the first one. This is so, like, scary. I don't do this a lot. Okay. Ooh, okay. This puts a wrench in the road. It's Fallen Kingdoms by Morgan Rhodes. which, whoa, I said a wrench in the road. This is a series, and I marathon series, so I guess I'm not really gonna pick any other things for my TBR jar because I guess I'm just gonna marathon Fallen Kingdoms after I read Alice in Wonderland. So there's my plan. Beautiful. Here it is. Honestly, since I just bought this book, I probably wouldn't get around to it for a while if I hadn't drawn it from the TBR jar, so I'm glad that it's pushing me to pick it up because I am really interested in it, and it is a fantasy, and I'm probably really in the mood for a fantasy right now, so this looks small as a TBR, but when you add the rest of the Fallen Kingdom series, it's probably going to be massive. So, therefore, I better get busy. I should probably mention too that I'm listening to the audiobook for A Tale of Two Cities because I tried to read the actual book, I swear. It's just, I read a paragraph and then I read it again and I still don't know what I'm reading. I don't know, I zone out when I read that book, actually reading it. So now I'm listening to the audiobook on double speed and it's pretty effective, I must say, so go me for figuring this out. I'm so proud. So that's all for today and I'll see you soon. Bye!